So, we're here. Dani Likutei Moharan HaKadosh. Bezrat Hashem, we're in Torah Mem Zayin, it's 47. And Rabbeinu HaKadosh is saying, Percha Chavosh, Ve'ikar HaShirut Ba Be'emet, Me'emet. That holy wealth is coming from truth. Like we said, if a person is a liar or he's just stupid, doesn't have no da'at, no wisdom, no understanding, he can have all of the money in the world and he will live his life like a poor person. He can't understand how much he can use the money and how many great things he can do with the money. He won't feel no wealthiness, no ashirut. Only when a person is really connected to the truth, so then he's going to understand what's going on with him at all in life. And I said it a lot of times, our faith, that we believe that there is Hashem, that Hashem created the world, heaven and earth, it's not that that's our belief, that that's what we believe in. That's a truth. And we have the merit to believe in the truth. We know the truth, and when we cannot recognize it, cannot see it, because the night is too dark, because the exile is too deep, because we're confused, we lost our da'at, then we believe in what that we know, that is truth, that is real. So the faith is faith that based on the truth. So it's not like we're going and no, we're believing, no, we know the truth. We know, and when there is darkness and when we cannot see, so then we believe that what that we know is the right thing, even if we cannot see it now. The faith is in the night. You believe when you cannot see. But it doesn't mean that you cannot see when it's bright, when it's light, when it's day. And when it's light, and when it's day, when it's shiny, when it's illuminating, then you know. And what you know, Ladat Oto Yitbarach, you know Hashem Yitbarach, and you believe in Hashem Yitbarach when you cannot see. So, the holy wealth is coming when the person is connected to the truth. כמו שאמרו רבותינו זיכרונם לברכה, חכמינו זיכרונם לברכה, kush takai, the truth is standing. ואמרו חכמינו, and רבותינו said, זיכרונם לברכה, ואת היקום אשר ברגליהם זה ממונו. The holy wealth, the money of the person, giving him the power to stand on his legs, to stand on his feet, that he will be able to progress, to grow, to do big things in his life, in the world, to go. That's mamono, his money. So now I'm going to ask you, it's written, we're calling the word money mamono. Mamono, it's like mammon. What is mammon? Mammon, it's the same letters of the word mimeno, from him. That you're going to understand that all of the money is coming mimeno, from him. Mammon, mimeno. It's all from him. Okay? So I'm asking you a question. Why that it won't be written mimcha? Let's call mammon mamach. Something else, makam. Something else. That it's going to be from you. Why we need to say that the mammon is from him? Let's say that mammon is from you. It's closer to understand that the money is coming from you. It's a higher level than that we're going to tell to each other, yes, the money is from him. If now we're discussing and saying, yes, the money is from him, and that's how Hashem guide us to believe that money, it's like mimeno, from him, it's from him. Why Hashem needs to go in such a long way that we're going to have to talk about it? Because HaKadosh Baruch Hu don't want you to keep the knowledge for yourself, and that you're going to know, yes, I know Hashem, it's all from you, it's all from you. That's not perfect. Perfect is that when you know that it's from him, you go and you tell your friends, hey, you know, I got it from him. Mimeno, it's from him. It's not mimcha, oh, thank you Hashem. That's not enough. Yes, I know it's from you Hashem, but I'm going to tell everyone about it. We read Midrashim about Avraham Avinu in the first night of Sukkot. Avraham Avinu, he went and he was fighting, and they're calling him from the palace of Nimrod. Nimrod was the king, and he was doing things in the world, killing every enemy, everyone that was disturbing him. He was slaughtering thousands and thousands of children, of people. He didn't have no fear in his eyes. He was killing everyone. Cruel king, horrific, horrible king. And one day he heard that there is that crazy person, Avraham Avinu, that is going and talking against his kingship. He was idolizing himself all of his life, Nimrod. So he said, call Abraham here, I want him to talk to him, to ask him what he thinks to himself. So they called Abraham Avinu. What is Abraham Avinu doing? He's crossing all of the soldiers, doesn't look to the sides, going one after the other. Think about it. Someone going to call you now, going to tell you, hey, listen, the President of the United States, he wants to talk to you. Okay, great. You're going to come. You're going to wear your best suit. You're entering into they're going to bring you to the entrance to the White House. Great. You're standing. What you're going to do next? You're going to wait. They're going to tell you where to go. Okay, they're going to open the next door for you. You're going to make a few steps. You're going to enter. What then you're going to do? You're going to stop. You're going to wait for permission that someone is going to guide you. You're going to tell, okay, here you're allowed to enter. Here you're not allowed to enter. You think it was easier in the early days? No, it was worse. It was killing, executing everyone. Today they're going to arrest you. They're going to take you to prison, investigate you. They're going to stop you. They're going to, what's going on with that white person? What he's doing here, that black person? Hey, what he's doing here? They're just going to talk about you. Nothing going to happen to you if you're going to go to the next room in the White House. They're going to stop you. They're going to hold you. They're going to investigate you. Well, hey, what are you doing? Are you Jewish? What are you doing? What do you have under your kippah? No, it's not coming off. Okay, and then they're going to set you free. But in the early days, they're going to take the axe, take your hat off, and that's it. They're going to throw you behind the palace in the backyard that they stolen from another person's property. So it's like it wasn't easier in those days. But Avraham Avinu, what is he doing? He is entering from one room to the other until he came to that main hall of Nimrod, and he saw the throne of honor of Nimrod, his seat, the palace, and he's entering, and he went and he started holding the throne of honor of Nimrod, and he's shaking the seat until Nimrod fell on his face. You're able to do that? Can you think about that? Doing that to Obama? Who is Obama compared to Nimrod? It's a joke. He maybe would clean his shoes, polishing his shoes in the days of Nimrod, Obama. What can Obama do? You can compare him to Nimrod? Nothing. He just one of his slaves, maybe. Nimrod, well, he built the Babylon Tower. He was a giant. And Avraham Avinu is going and shaking his throne of honor and throwing him to the ground, and he fell on his face. And now Avraham Avinu starts rebuking him and screaming at him. Who are you? You're a heretic. You're talking things against the Creator that created heaven and earth. And you don't believe in his slave Avraham. You're also talking about me. And you think this and that. And there were two idols that were standing over there in his palace, and both of them fell on their faces and broke to pieces. And everyone were terrified and shaking and afraid. And he's looking at him, and then Avraham Avinu is calling him, you're a dog, who you think you are, you're this, you're that. And no one is able to talk to him. And then he went out from the palace, finished with this comedy, with this joke, and went back to do his job in the world, going, talking to people, converting thousands of souls, talking to another person. And then he's walking in the street, and he sees an old woman, an old woman came to him, and she's telling him, hey, you're the son of Terach, your brother Haran, he sold me two idols, one idol, he sold me an idol, and that idol, thieves came in the middle of the night and stolen my idol. So he's looking at her and tells her, look, if that idol couldn't save himself from the thieves, so what do you want from me now? She said, I want another one, a brand new one, a new one, a stronger one, a more powerful one. Look, if that idol couldn't save himself, how do you want him to save you? So she told him, what do you suggest? So he said, I suggest that you're going to drop your nonsense, do tshuva, and believe in the Creator that created heaven and earth. And start believing Him, in the one that made everything happen, the one that gives you life. So she converted and she started following him. And it's written on her, on that old woman, that she made thousands of students. That she went and talked to everyone. You know, old women, that's what they're doing. Going and talking. She didn't care. And she's going and talking to everyone. No, throw your idols. And Nimrod is a liar. And she's saying on the king, no one is allowed to talk. Hitler would clean his shoes if it would be in the generation of Nimrod. Nimrod was a giant. We're talking about a person that we can't understand his power. the control that he had, the power that he had. He was idolizing himself, and people would believe that he is the creator of the world. He was wearing the cloaks of Adam Arishon, the holy cloaks that God made for Adam Arishon. He killed one of the children of Cain and stolen that cloaks of Adam Arishon from him. And he took it and he was wearing it. So he had superpowers that all of the animals would bow to him and surrender to him. No one was dare to talk to him. Everyone would be afraid of him. After he had that conversation with Avraham Avinu, so he looked at Avraham and he asked him, is it your voice or it's the voice of your God that is coming out of your mouth? Because he was so afraid of Avraham. Avraham told him, this is the voice of the tiniest creation of the Creator in his world. Who am I? We haven't even started yet. Who am I? Me? I'm Avraham. I'm nothing. I'm just his slave. I'm nothing. I'm not there. The point of truth of a person that realizes that there is Hashem, that there is a Creator, is not to hold that bounty, that knowledge, that wisdom to himself. To know that it's from him, it means to go and to spread the rumor. It's go and to tell everyone that there is a Creator in the world. And you think that, no, who am I? I'm limited, I'm not able, I'm old. Here you see an old woman in a generation that they didn't have no internet, no mobiles, no phone, no post office, nothing, couldn't reach no one, just going and talking in the streets with people, and she converted thousands of people. You know what you're able to do, but what's the problem? You don't believe in yourself. No, yes, I know it's from him, I know it's from him. You don't believe in yourself. When you're going to believe in yourself, you're going to do a change, you're going to make a change, you're going to do things that are going to change the face of the universe. I have a friend, he told me, you don't know how much I'm suffering, my wife, she's rebuking me, my wife, she's insulting me. I told him, listen, you know what's your problem? You're in depression. That's your problem. You're in sadness. That's why every tiny difficulty for you is lethal. That's it, you want to die. He said, you're right. I told him, I know. That's your problem. The problem of this generation is the sadness, is the depression. No, what are we going to do? Now we don't have money. What are we going to do? How are we going to pay rent? And that's it, killing a whole family. Now let's kill ourselves. What? You're going to wait, you want to wake up at 11 and to whine until 4 and then to cry from 4 till 7 and then at 7 to eat something and then to go to sleep and then to and that's what you want to whine, you want to complain. If you really would be afraid of not having money, even just being afraid, I'm not talking about having confidence and faith in Hashem. Even if you would just be a regular, normal, terrified person that's afraid that you won't have rent, you would go and collect charity money, please. Hey, can you help me? You would do the most humiliated thing, but you would do. You would wake up early in the morning and go and hit the streets to collect money. To bring, hey, can you help me? I need 100 shekels, please. Can you give me 50 shekels? You would do something, but you're not even afraid. You're just too lazy to worry even. You just rather to be sad and depressed and no. Look, it's so hard to find parnasah in those days. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. No, I'll tell you. It's called hydro. You can smoke light drugs. Burn, make some puffs. That's it. And go to sleep. You buy a bottle of ouzo, nice arak, whiskey, cognac. That's it. And you're done. You're finished. If you buy the arak in a plastic bottle, so then you can make a bong out of it, and then you can drink and then smoke, and just what's the problem? The problem and the sickness is the sadness. It's the despair. What happened to you? You're healthy. You're strong, you can stand on your legs, you can go, you can fight, you can run, you can go and make a change in the world, you can bring down miracles. And people are thinking, no, Avraham Avinu, he was righteous, Avraham Avinu, he was pure, Avraham Avinu, he was a hero, no, he was so righteous, Hashem liked him. Hashem liked him because of his character. If you're going to adopt that character, if you're going to take that lesson from Avraham Avinu and going to become to be exactly like Avraham Avinu, you're going to have the same siyata dishmaya, the same miracle is going to happen to you like that happened to Avraham Avinu. What's the difference? Me and my wife, we decided that this year my wife will not going to come with me to Uman. Every year my wife is coming with me to Uman. We are taking a place over there in Uman. She doesn't go out in the days of the holidays. She's not going between the men. She's staying in the apartment over there in Uman, not against the rabbis, not against no one. She's flying with me because it's too hard for her to stay in Israel when I'm going to Uman. And she's staying in the apartment. This year, she said to me, I think I'm not going to come this year. I told her, you sure? She said, yes, I'm sure. Why? Yeah, it's too much, it's too expensive, let's not do that, I'm going to be okay. We have a nice house here, we have friends here, I'm going to manage, it's going to be okay. Great, wonderful. It was Motzei Shabbat. I had a flight in 4 hours that's supposed to leave. And then we're finishing packing the suitcases and she started to cry. And okay, we're emotional, it's okay, we can cry. We were crying a little bit, but and then I told her, okay, so what do you want to do? She said, I'm sorry. I don't know what to say. I don't know how to deal with the fact that you're going. I'm not able to deal with it. We're very close, my wife and I. So I told her, okay, so let's talk about it. Let's see what's bottom line. What's the conclusion of our situation? Do you want to come with me? Do you want me maybe not to go? Where are we holding? So she said, look, to tell you not to go for sure, I'm not going to say that. But I don't know how I'm going to stay here. I don't find myself able to stay. It's too hard for me. So I told her, okay, great. So now we need to make sure that you will come. We're talking about Motzei Shabbat, one day before of Rosh Hashanah. Rosh Hashanah was Sunday night. There's no time. I called my travel agent. I told her, hi, I need another 3 tickets to go to Uman on the same flight. She's saying, are you kidding me? I told her, no, that's what I need. She said, okay, let me check. She's opening the flight in the computer and she said, I have 2 seats on your flight. I told her, it's also a miracle, but we need 3. Because a few weeks before, a friend of us, Ariel, wanted to be with me on the same flight, and we checked and there was last ticket on that flight. So now there were 2. Okay, but it's not enough because we needed 3, my wife and 2 little children, to come with her also. And I told her, okay, maybe we're going to do something else, and then we started to check, maybe from another airport, maybe from another company. Let's try, maybe we'll cancel those tickets, gonna purchase others. Tried everything possible. The answer was no. There were no tickets for all of us to go together. I said, okay, maybe you can call El Al, maybe El Al maybe on the phone, over the phone, someone gonna answer you something else. He said, you know what, I'll try. If I can help, I would love to try. And she's calling El Al and she's saying, okay, I'll be in touch with you. And you know, the watch doesn't stop. He's got this curse that you have to keep on running. And he's running and running and running and running and running. And I said to my wife, like, I told you that a few times, that's what I'm telling you. You know, I love you. She said, yes. I told her, okay, so now I'm going to do Hitbodedut. Because that's the only way to bring down salvation. When you don't have no way. So she said, okay. And she started packing. And there are no tickets. And she started packing. And I went out and I was crying to Hashem. And I told him, Hashem, please, I remember once everything that I was asking you, you would answer me. Everything that I was asking you would answer. And why are you not answering me now? I'm begging, please. And I'm crying. And I got angry and I said to Hashem, Hashem, don't make me angry. Let's solve this thing. I don't want to fight with you. It's the eve of Rosh Hashanah. Let's be friends. Let's start the new year in a positive way. And then she's calling me, this travel agent, and she's saying, look, the answer after 30 minutes. I'm sorry, they answered. The answer is no. They have only 2 tickets. nothing different between what the computer is showing to what. And I told her, okay, look, I don't know what to say. I must have that ticket, those 3 tickets. So I'm going to call you again. We'll see. And I hang up the phone, and I really was crying again with Hashem. I told him, why are you doing that? Please help me. Please, 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 please. And then it came to me to send her a text. Maybe send me the phone number of El Al. Maybe I'm going to try to. You don't have nothing to do, so you have to do something. So I told her, maybe text me the El Al phone number, and maybe I'll call. And she texted. She said, good luck. And I finished my 1 hour Hitbodedut. I made another half an hour Hitbodedut, and then I called. I dialed. I went back home, and I heard that music of El Al. And it's playing and playing, and the watch is running and running and running and running and running. And then after something like another half an hour, they answered from El Al. Told her, Shalom, Shalom. I have 4 tickets on flight tonight, and they need another 3. She said, okay, what's the flight number? I told her. She said, okay, I have 3 tickets. Should I book them for you? I said, yes. And she booked them. And there is no way to explain it, except of that Hashem can do whatever He wants. And Hashem is doing whatever He wants when He wants. So if you want to achieve something, you need to make Hashem wants it with you. So if you want something wrong and Hashem doesn't want it, so you need to drop your bad will and to want higher things, better things. But if you see that you want something good, so you need to convince Hashem. How are you going to convince Hashem? Moshe Rabbeinu went and prayed 515 prayers on one thing that he wanted. He wanted to make it to Eretz Israel. You want to make it to Eretz Israel also. So pray. Pray. 515 days, pray. Every day go to do your tefillah on moving to Eretz Israel. And suddenly, one day, you're going to see that Hashem is going to open the sky for you. I'm going to answer for your prayers, for your requests. And you're going to be answered. And you're going to receive. HaKadosh Baruch Hu made this nature in the world. Amar Rabbi Chanina ben Dosa. Rabbi Chanin said that he heard it from Rabbi Chanina ben Dosa. Kol hama'arich b'tfilato en tefilato chozeret rekam. Every person that is praying long prayers, lengthening with his prayers more and more and more, and never stops, doesn't stop, he will not going to come back empty-handed. And you think, no, but in my condition, in my situation, no, but I have this problem and I have... No. It is talking to you. It is talking to you with your problems. If you're going to be stubborn and not going to give up, you will be answered. If you're not going to be stupid to give up. If you're not going to be a fool to say, no, but look, my age, no, but my wife, no, but we went to the doctor, no, but from the bank they already told us. Nonsense. The world got a purpose. To block and to hide and to cover on the light of the Creator. That the light of the Creator is the light of that one that can create and change reality and make whatever he wants in his world. Because he is the Creator. He is the builder, he is the designer, he is everything. Your God is a carpenter, the Gemara is saying. Your God is everything you need, he can supply. He is Zan Umfarnes Lakol. He can give you everything you need. You need a diamond, you're going to have a diamond. You need $1,000, you're going to have. You need $1 million, you're going to have. You need to get married, you need to have children, you want to make the best, the most beautiful chuppah, you need a car, you need tickets to Eretz Israel, you need to buy the new edition of the Likutei Moharan, whatever you want. Hashem can give it to you. And if you're calling someone else, it's lack of faith. And if you're doing it while you think about Hashem Yitbarach, maybe that's the way to do it. But when you gave up on Hashem Yitbarach, no, it's your lack of faith. It's your problem. Now you're not going to be answered for sure, because you're not asking for it. But if you will stick to the truth to the merciness of the Creator and not going to back off no matter what. You're facing death, you're facing the wall. Even a sharp sword is threatening, about to cut the throat of a person. He is not allowed to give up on mercy. What to ask? The highest things of them all, the most beautiful things of them all, the things that you really need. You want a house, you don't need to pray for 3 rooms apartment. You need to pray for 7 rooms apartment, with a backyard, with a porch, with private properties. That's what you need to pray. If you want to live in a building with another 200 neighbors, great, you can ask for that, if that's what you want. But if you want to have your own house, you want to have your own apartment, you want to have your own villa, you want a big backyard for your children, pray for that. And don't back off. And don't back off. Don't back off. If you're backing off, you failed the test. If you gave up, you failed the test. You failed the test. The test is not to back off until the last day of your life. And if you're going to die hoping for Hashem Yitbarach, what's so bad in that? What's so wrong in that? You were hoping for Hashem Yitbarach all of your life. What's so bad with that? We're here to connect ourselves to the truth. It's not our faith. No, I believe that God can help me, so I'm praying. No. God can help you, so you should pray. Not because that's your belief. No, I do believe. No. Don't be soft and questioning and doubting yourself all of the time. It's a war outside. People are falling. People are dying. People are losing their faith. People are losing their confidence in the Creator. People are falling. People are breaking to the wall. People are drowning in the storm. And we have our mission. And about the redemption, and about the Geulah, and about Mashiach. One day the nature is going to change. One day things are going to be different. One day you're going to pray and you're going to see salvation. And then you're going to pray again and you're going to see another salvation. You're going to say, hey, something is wrong here. Something is different. Spirituality level increased. Hashem is listening more. Hashem reveals Himself more. That's how it just, one day it's going to be stronger, and then stronger and stronger. And already today it's much stronger, because people like us, how we woke up. In different generation, 200 years ago, we didn't have no chance to wake up and to do tshuva. Nothing in the world would wake us up. Nothing in the world would wake us up. We are people that are working and serving Hashem Yitbarach in complete darkness, against all chances, all odds, risking ourselves and suffering and able to rescue other souls, other people, and going on a mission and doing big things in the world. And who are we? We're not rich, we're not famous rabbis, we're not hidden righteous people, we're not nothing, we don't have no connections, we're just like we're rebels fighting, breaking a fence, running against the stream, going, talking to people. The biggest joke of them all, that I'm teaching, I have thousands of followers in United States, in America, English speakers. Me, I'm Israeli. I was watching Hollywood movies. That's where I bought my English from. It's like, oh, we like your accent. We love your accent. Hashem is just making a joke out of you, and that's it. And he just connected you through me because I'm humble enough, and that's it. Can't understand it. Cannot understand what Hashem Yitbarach is doing in His world. He took an Israeli guy, put him, increase the level of his crazy, wild desire to make a change in the world. Who was I? I was sitting in my house listening to Snoop Doggy Dogg and Dr. Dre and NWA and Lorraine Hill and R. Kelly. I believe I can fly. And I believed I can fly. First time I saw Star Wars, I was maybe 6 years old. I remember myself sitting. I'm sorry for the not respecting the place and the Torah, and I was sitting in the toilet, a 6 years old kid, and I'm looking at the toilet paper, and I'm trying to pull it with my force, like that. I'm telling you, I'm not kidding. You want me to lie? That was me. And I'm sitting like that, and I'm pulling and pulling and pulling and pulling. And I believe that I can do it. I realized that I'm not focusing well enough, that I didn't have the right guidings, that I never met Yoda in the middle of the forest of the swamps, in the middle of the night, with my spaceship crashed into the swamps. Okay, but I believe that I had that power inside of me. The fact was that I tried to do it. If you try to do it because you believe, if you went to the field and you said to Hashem, Hashem, please, it means you believe in it. It doesn't mean you're crazy. It means that you really believe in that. If you believe that now you're going to go and pray and going to have salvations, it means that you believe in that. I was stuck without parnasa. I went to the forest of Shmuel Hanavi. We're mentioning the same stories because it's interesting. It's like highlights. I went. I asked Hashem, please. I don't have parnasa. I need to have 3 times my rent, 3 months rent. I need to pay. I went back home. My father came for a visit and gave me all of the money in cash, and he didn't give me money for 3 months before. Didn't help us. And I'm talking about 8, 9 years ago. More even, 12 years ago. I told that story in Bat Yam. One of the students asked me, can you tell me where that tree is in Shmuel Hanavi? Where's that tree? Any tree. Any forest. You go and you talk to Hashem Yitbarach, that's it. That's it. And if you did it, and if you went, and if you spoke, if now I'm gonna hold this, and I'm gonna talk to. I'm not gonna talk to that, but to this I'm gonna talk. Why? Because I believe that this device can connect me to someone else if I'm dialing. So you can find me talking to this, but talking to this, you're not gonna find me. Why? Because I don't believe that you can communicate through a booklet. No one ever taught me that it works to talk to a booklet and that someone else with another device like that will answer you. But Hitbodedut, to go and talk to Hashem Yitbarach, if I went and I did it, it's because I had that faith that it's going to work. So if you found yourself talking to Hashem, it's because that you have that faith inside of you. Maybe you're doubting, maybe you forgot, maybe you're questioning, maybe you're afraid, maybe you're too stressed, maybe it's hard. But if you tried it even once, it means that you have that faith. Like I told you about my mother, that her father passed away when she was 15 or 16. One time she told me, I made one time Hitbodedut. I told her when. She said, when my father passed away, I went down from the house to the backyard that we had, and I screamed at Hashem Yitbarach, and I cursed him, and I told him why you've done that, why you took him, and from that day and on, I'm not talking to him anymore. She lost her first husband also when she was 21, left her with 2 orphans, 2 babies. He was a pilot that died in the war. So people are suffering, but still, when she was facing that trauma, the death of her father, what she did, she went and she cursed Hashem, and she was angry at him. Okay, what is it showing us? That she believed, that she had faith. Or else you don't go and curse someone that's not exist. You're gonna go and curse the wall. You're gonna go and curse someone that doesn't have no existence, someone that doesn't have no connection to your situation. Even if you fight with him, even if you revealed your hatred, your frustration, your disappointment it means that he is with you, that's your belief, that's your faith. So if you found yourself talking to Hashem, counting on Hashem, even once in your life, praying to Hashem, it means that you have that belief inside of you. So we just need to uncover those sparks that we have, those sparks of faith that we have, to reveal our heart that we have faith in the Creator and to go. And Hashem is saying, "Bachanuni na bazot," you should test me on that. If I'm not going to open for you the sky and going to bring you down shefa, bounty for you that you won't be able to say enough, it's going to be so much Hashem going to give. And Hashem is saying, "Bachanuni na bazot," please test me on that. Please test me. He's not afraid to be tested on that. Why? Because he knows he can answer, he can give. When you say, "Okay, check me," it means you know that someone can, that you can stand in that test. Check me, no problem. The only reason that we're not being answered is because we're sissy. No, I tried it so many times. I'm gonna go smoke some hydro, lick my wounds. Be a man, be strong, be powerful, be who that you are, go for the truth, don't give up, don't be sad. And if you're gonna die trying, so what? What's gonna happen to you? It's better to die in the war when you know that you're defending your nation, that you're defending the truth, that you're defending your family, that you're fighting for the truth, than to die as a coward, as a liar, as someone that gave up. How can you live with that feeling that you're worthless, that you're empty, that you gave up, that you sold your brothers, that you sold your sisters, that you sold your faith, that you betrayed your truth, who that you are? I couldn't live life like that. Okay, students, you're obligated to follow your rabbi. So go find yourself a rabbi and follow him. See you!